Even before the war started, the world was aware that Russia would be the one wrapping up the win. But it seems that Ukraine was then drowning into oblivion and hence was trying its fate. Well, it was not only Ukraine but the whole West that poured its support to the war, which did nothing but fuel the miseries of those nations. Washington, if not Ukraine's de jure but de facto ally, lured every powerful nation to join the war. But no force was enough to stop Russia. The war took a turn from just Ukraine versus Russia to the West versus Russia soon. Even the assimilated Western powers fell flat in front of Russia. And now they are succumbing to their injuries, be it gas or oil or even food. Russia has hit them with a heavy hand. Therefore, they are now rethinking their sanction packages and are slowly resorting to revoking those. The West is now backtracking on its support to Kyiv in a bid to evade the crisis which has left Ukraine in the lurch. Alas, Kyiv was surviving the war with the West's support, and now it has decided to stop furthering the conflict. All things point to the fact that Ukraine has finally given up. Hello and welcome to TFIGlobal, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I am your host Surabhi. Let's begin. Reality has now sunk in for Kyiv. The reality of losing against Russia. The reality of Russia's might. Eventually, it decides to give up on locking horns with Moscow and beg for peace. Ukraine's foreign minister said on Monday that his nation wants a summit to end the war. But he doesn't anticipate Russia's taking part, a statement making it hard to foresee the devastating invasion ending soon. Dmytro Kuleba, the foreign minister of Ukraine, told the Associated Press that his country intends to hold a peace meeting at the UN in the next 2 months with Antonio Guterres serving as the mediator. To this, the UN gave a very cautious response. As the Secretary General has said many times in the past, he can only mediate if all parties want him to mediate. UN Associate spokesperson Florencia Soto Nino Martins said on Monday. Before his country has direct discussions with Moscow, according to Kuleba, Russia must appear before a war crimes tribunal. However, he argued that other countries should feel free to interact with Russians as they did prior to the two countries' grain agreement. In an interview conducted at Foreign Ministry by the AP, Kuleba said that Ukraine will do whatever it can to win the war in 2023. Every war ends in a diplomatic way, he said. Every war ends as a result of the actions taken on the battlefield and at the negotiating table. Commenting on Kuleba's proposal, Kremlin's spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told the state RIA Novosti news agency that Russia never followed conditions set by others, only our own and common sense. No Ukrainian peace plan can be successful, according to a Kremlin spokesman who made the statement last week. He was alluding to Moscow's demanding that Ukraine acknowledge Russia's sovereignty over the Crimean Peninsula, which it annexed in 2014, as well as other territorial advances. Kuleba said the Ukrainian government would like to have the peace summit by the end of February. The United Nations could be the best venue for holding this summit, because this is not about making a favor to a certain country, he said. This is really about bringing everyone on board. So finally, Ukraine has accepted its defeat against Russia and now wants to hold peace talks in a bid to end Russia's aggression. The war between two countries has shattered not only Kyiv, but most parts of the world. The West always wanted to counter Russia's hegemony, for which it used Ukraine as a pawn. But now, when things have taken a strange turn, the West has decided to back off. This has left Ukraine all alone in the battleground. Kyiv has now realized that kowtowing the West would not lead to any meaningful conclusions, so it should agree to a peace talk with Russia.